That is a great result for us. It's just finished. Man City 1, Tottenham 0 in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. That's a fantastic result for West Ham. Not just the fact that Tottenham didn't win the cup, that's just a little bonus. But what it does mean is that 7th place in the Premier League is more than likely going to qualify for the Europa Conference League next season. And as far as I'm concerned, that's fantastic news. I know a lot of people are a little bit suspect about this new competition, but I'm all for it. I've said it a couple of times now, and I'll say it again sort of later on in the video, but today's game, Man City won, and what a boring game it was as well. I missed the Wolves-Burnley game, 4-0, I missed it. I watched the Leeds-Man United game, 0-0. I've just watched that game, 0-0 until about 5 minutes ago. It was a poor cup final, but I guess it's all about the results. We can't sit here and say that the cups are all about the results, and then when you don't get entertained, complain about it. So, job done as far as Man City is concerned, and as far as I'm concerned as a West Ham fan, it's job done for us too, because 7th place is probably the Europa Conference League. If you want to know more about that competition, I'll link a video to it at the end of this one and in the description below, because we covered it about 2-3 months ago, because as the season rumbled on, there was more and more chances of West Ham qualifying for it. And I think that's got to be our target now, 7, and that's our worst case scenario target. We're not out the race of the Champions League, we're not. We're 3 points behind 4th place with 5 games to go. But we're probably going to have to win 4 of them to qualify or have any chance of qualifying. We're going to need some favours from teams as well. And it's a big ask, especially given that we're missing key players. Lost 2 on the bounce now, which is the first time that's happened this season. Possibly the first time it's happened under David Moyes, even including his first tenure. I'm not 100% sure on that though. But the question is, how do we bounce back from this? Burnley thumping Wolves earlier, probably not the best result for us either, gives them a bit of confidence, but it's almost job done for Burnley now. Hopefully they'll start to ease off. They're probably going to be safe in the Premier League for another season. And well, there's one scenario that 7th won't get the Europa Conference League. As it stands, the top 4 off to the Champions League, we know that. 5th and 6th will get Europa League, providing Leicester City and Chelsea finish in the top 6 of the Premier League. It's likely to happen, so the FA Cup winners doesn't really influence that in a minute. So Europa League will go to 5th and 6th, and 7th gets the Europa Conference League. Unless the unlikely scenario, which is Chelsea win the Champions League, Arsenal win the Europa League, and Chelsea finish outside the top 4. I can't see that happening, so it looks like 7 is Europa Conference League, and that has to be the aim now. Because I'll be disappointed if we finish 8th. 8th is the lowest I think we'll go. Okay, I don't think we'll go any lower than 8th. Which at the start of the season, 8th would have been a fantastic result. If you said to me in August you'll finish 8th this season, I would have said yes, please. That is what we're after. A nice, strong, stable season, putting in the foundations. But given how well we performed, the fact that we've been in the top 4, in and out of the top 4 throughout the season, I can't remember the last time we were as low as 8th in the Premier League. It would just be gutting to finish outside the European places. Like I said, the Europa Conference League isn't for everyone. A lot of people are dismissing it, saying we would struggle, we don't have the squad depth. I actually, in some respects, and it's just going to sound a bit weird, I think I prefer it to the Europa League. I think the Europa League one we would struggle with, because you do play pretty solid European teams in there. You usually play the teams in Europa League are usually in European football every season, perhaps not the Champions League, but they tend to be contending in some sort of European football, so they've got the squad depth. Also, their domestic leagues are a little bit weaker than the Premier League, so when you're sort of the best team in Austria, you can probably rotate 3 or 4 players in your domestic league before a European fixture, and actually the Europa League becomes your main focus. That is their target for glory, whereas the Premier League, you can't really do that. You've got to make sure that you retain a strong domestic presence, that you're not threatened by relegation. That becomes difficult, and we don't have the squad depth for the Europa League. I don't think we've got the squad depth for Champions League, because we'd have to play the first team in the league and in European football, and we would struggle. We would need a lot of requirements. But the Europa Conference League, I think we've got some of our youngsters I would expect to hold their own in that. And I'm not saying field under 23s, but if you were to put out a really strong team, but maybe start Mipo Adebeko, Connor Coventry, Ben Johnson, Alves at centre-back, Nathan Trott in goal, and then fill it up with Declan Rice and Mikel Antonio, Jared Bowen, any first team player that's perhaps not getting loads of minutes domestically, or they're back from injury. At the minute, if we were to play a European game this week, for example, you'd be looking to start Said Benrahma, Manuel Lanzini, Andrei Yarmolenko, Alan Creswell might just be back from injury. You can get them game time, and I think it could be a very, very useful competition for West Ham. Also, we'd be one of the favourites. Only one team from England, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain qualify, so we'd be the team from England. Third place in Europa League group stages that do drop down into that. But I'd still fancy us. I'd fancy West Ham as one of the favourites for this competition. I say West Ham, any English side, whatever English team enters this competition, I'd expect them to be the favourites. And I think it would be fantastic for us. Like I said, I know some people look at it, the opposition won't have the pedigree as what the other two competitions offer. But for me, personally, it's not necessarily about that. I would love to see us play the likes of Bayern Munich and Celtic and Inter Milan, PSG. I'd love to see that one day. But just almost not yet. If we get Champions League football, I'm not going to complain. Bring on the Giants, right? But for now, the best thing for the club, I think the Conference League, the Europa Conference League would be a fantastic stepping block for us. It would allow us to dip our toe in the European. The fans would get European football at the London Stadium. Would get to, pandemic pending, would get away days to watch West Ham and European football. It'll be obscure countries and stuff, but surely that's part of the fun. We've been in the Championship long enough and plenty of times where we enjoy the away trips to the likes of Barnsley or something, and you don't necessarily miss their away games at Old Trafford or Anfield. You actually enjoy the ones away to the smaller teams in the Championships. And I think the Europa Conference League would be something relatively similar, to be honest with you. But the main thing is the youngsters. Like I said, I think this would be a fantastic opportunity to get the kids in there, blood them in the first team. We just watched Tottenham with Harry Kane, a world-class striker, who got his opportunity in the Europa League for Spurs, and he took it with both hands. And you just never know, Meepo on the back or someone can do that. But let's part the Europa Conference League for a minute, and let's think about yesterday's game. I guess the question a lot of people have been asking is the Champions League dream over or not after yesterday's defeat? And I don't think it is. I think it's got a lot tougher. I think the chances of qualifying for the Champions League is a lot slimmer than what they were before kick-off yesterday. But we're clinging on to it. 5 games to go, and we've got 5 cup finals. That's what it is. I don't think we can lose 2 games. I think we might get away with 1 loss, providing you win the other 4, and that will give you a chance of Champions League football. It's no longer in our hands, which is probably the first time in a good few weeks since that's been the case. But this Premier League is going to throw up strange results between now and the end of the season. It really is. Brighton just held Chelsea to a draw. A couple of weeks ago, West Brom thumped Chelsea 5-2 at Stamford Bridge. Liverpool have just drawn against Newcastle and Leeds United in the last 2 games. Spurs, under Ryan Mason today, played like Mourinho. Defensive side, 3 centre midfielders. They had 3 attacking players on, but I know they were playing City, but they just offered nothing in a cup final. Kane's half fit. There's none of the teams around us is going to win every single game between now and the end of the season. That's a fact because Chelsea play Leicester. But Spurs ain't going to win all their remaining games. Liverpool won't, Chelsea won't, Leicester won't. They're not all going to get a 100% record. And I don't think West Ham will either. But I think, for me personally, the aim now is to finish 7th at the lowest. I would love to get Champions League. Europa League would be better for West Ham in terms of commercial, in terms of money and stuff like that. But in terms of probably playing football, I think the Europa Conference League is probably better. It gives us a chance of glory, if you like. And every season we sit on here, myself and Gonzo, and we say the cup is a priority for us. And a few weeks ago someone asked a question, is the league now your priority? And it was like a bit of a, you couldn't really give an honest answer because we were out the cup, so of course the league's our priority. If we were still in the FA Cup, it would have been a very difficult decision because we'd probably be in the final of the FA Cup and 4th in the Champions League. Which one do you want? That would be a difficult question to answer. But come August, the Cup's become my priority again because the Champions League, it's unlikely that we'll contend for the Champions League again next season. It's unlikely. The bigger teams of the Premier League, the 6 that try to escape to the European Super League, they've been poorer this season. There's been an opportunity there for teams to get into European football, and we're taking advantage of that currently. We might still slip up, but as of August, the European competition that we're in, if we are in one, becomes my number 1 priority, followed by the FA Cup, followed by the Carabao Cup. And if we can qualify for Europe, excellent. But those cups get you European football. Winning the Europa Conference League gets you Europa League for the following season. That's a reward as well as a trophy. And I just think this new competition will be poo-pooed by many. Many people won't like it. And I respect their opinion. For me personally, I think it's an excellent opportunity. I think it's an unbelievable chance for West Ham or Everton, whatever Premier League team makes it in there. I don't think it's a good one for the likes of Tottenham. They should be competing at a higher standard than that. They've got a squad assembled that's cost a lot of money, and you should be doing better than the Europa Conference League. But for Villa, Everton, West Ham, Wolves, Leeds, any club like that, Europa Conference League is a huge, huge chance, and I hope we get it. But to do that, we need to finish 7th. And we're not going to disappear. You want to know more about Europa Conference League? The video is going to be on your screen in just a minute. I'll be back tomorrow, and later this week we'll be doing our live video in collaboration with 5 Yards. In the first episode, the community signed Adam Hoslek, the Czech Republican player. This weekend, he scored a hat-trick and got 1 assist. So I think he cost 35 million, so that leaves 30 million left to spend to get in 2 players probably. So we'll have a little look and see who you fancy. Anyway, take care. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to you. I'll see you tomorrow.